Jason, for you, the decision to come to Edmonton, how did you arrive at that decision? And did it take a lot of convincing to get you here?
No, not a lot of convincing, but we talked about it. Obviously we're like family, so we stay in touch, and we always know that if the opportunity presented itself later on, that we would cross paths and work together again. I enjoy the working environment, working under coach. He sets a high bar, and he demands that everybody come in and be ready to work. So I love that environment, and like he said earlier, we got the same philosophy. I may have added one or two things to the wrinkles, but that's just an expansion on a lot of what we've done already in the past.
Hey, Jason, welcome back to Edmonton.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, tell me about just the dynamic. You worked with Chris for so many years, then you worked without him for so many years, and as a defensive coordinator as well. Now coming back as that same title, working with Chris Jones again. Tell me about, I guess, being able to cut your teeth as a defensive coordinator on your own and bringing all that back to kind of with you and Chris again.
Yeah, it's a full circle moment that I think is going to bring a lot of sparks for our coaching staff and for the Edmonton Elks. I think having the time away from them really just helped me develop what and how I wanted to go about the process. Always with what we done in the past in the back of my mind, but there'll be a call here or there or a situation in the game that I would kind of hear him when he was mentoring me. Even as a DB coach, now I really wouldn't have called that right there. So looking back on it, but no, it's exciting for me, my family, my wife's excited about it. Us being reunited. Obviously, we won a Grey Cup together. So that's our thoughts. We coming in to just put it over the top. I think the Edmonton Elks had a solid team. The record didn't reflect that, but I think week in and week out, any coach you ask in the CFL didn't really want to play them. I mean, because you didn't know what you're going to get, and they could put it on you. So as we saw in some of the games they did down the stretch. So yeah, just working back with Chris again. Coach Jones, I'm super excited. I know I can have his input, but I also know he told me when he hired me, hey, it's your show, man. Do what you do. You've earned it, and so it feels good to be able to be in this position.
The Elks had a pretty young secondary last season, and now they're getting into their second year. How much excitement is there to work with a pretty young, talented group that probably just needs that little extra bit of coaching to really solidify the defense?
Oh, yeah. I think those guys held their own. Obviously, breaking down the film and watching those guys, not as intently as our own team, the team I was just previously on, but you take notice of the type of coverages and like to see those guys lock up, play man, off man, press man, and make plays in tight situations is what's exciting for me to have a back end like that that's young, who can cover down. And that means we can apply more pressure up front, and make those quarterbacks, they know they can't sit back there. So they're either going to throw the ball quick or they're going to have to try to do screen game. So I think with the guys that we have, the arrow is only pointing upward, and I can't wait to get working with them.
Jason, summarize for me, what is the heart and soul of a defense under your control?
Well, first and foremost is effort, maximum effort to get to the football. I mean, the game is about the football. Secondarily, when we get to the football, we want to be in a bad mood. We want to take the ball away. Third, to play winning defense, we got to keep people out of the end zone. And the more we can keep people out of the end zone, force them to kick field goals, knock them out of field goal range when they even get that close, it's just going to help our offensive staff, Jarius and Marcus and Steven Sorrells, what they can do, playing that complementary football, but also being able to take over a game if we need to and just shut our offense down. So that's what the Coach Jones defense or Jason Shivers defense, we're on the same page with that we're going to fly around, give maximum effort, cause turnovers, take the ball away, don't let people score. And then when we take it away, the last and final piece is what we want to do is put it in the end zone.
One for Jason, if I could, please. Jason, can you talk about Chris and what you have learned from him as a coach in your time with him?
Yeah, there's a multitude of things from preparation to organization to not being afraid to try new things, the analytical approach that comes into it, along with how you mesh that with your gut, just the professionalism, that those are the things that I think make any coach great. If you're gonna try to stay in the game for a long time, and we know that coaching it's not given to you, we're probably have a little bit in our belly, a little bit more pressure than the players sometimes, because we have to get it done, especially with the world of how gambling has come along. But no, Coach Jones, man, he did a great job of mentoring me. What I really enjoyed about working with him was he would give me a problem and he would allow me to work on it and then bring a solution to him. Now, it was his choice if he wanted to go with it or not, but I really enjoyed it. I thought that really helped me, especially when he went back to the NFL and I was on my own as far as, calling the defense, having to call the shots. I felt really prepared to take over and do that job at a high level.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that.